drop down and cover itself. 12 inches of protective steel to keep it from getting blown up. So it'll be back down here in a second. So there's powder. Still live ammunition. How about that? Okay, so the main hunt of the rally is about to get started. They're giving out the instructions over here. So I'm gonna go up here and listen in. The field we're going to, nobody knows where it is. All the contestants will have to walk from here to get to it. They're giving the instructions in German.
Dann würde ich sagen, wir starten jetzt. Ich stehe vor, ihr kommt hinterher. Ich wünsche euch viel Spaß. Und wenn
All right, time to get the gear and head for the field. We're gonna go have some fun. We're not out to win anything, but just find some tokens, give them to other folks, and watch people have a good time competing.
Das weiß ich jetzt nicht. Ich weiß nicht.
Just pinpointing as quick as he can.
Ja, komm.
Captain Jack over here got his pro pointer. Met him out.
Erster. Ja, komm mal 6. Na, 6 haben wir noch nicht. Ja.
Winner in less than 30 seconds has 10 targets out of the bucket. All right. That's round one of the competition. We'll see what's next. All right, round two of the detecting contest is in the water. Team captains have to take to a boat and catch floating targets with little magnetic hooks. They got to work their way across, see how many targets they can catch and bring back. The fastest to catch all the targets and get back gets the most points, and on to the next round of the competition. There's Benny over there from Germany. He's got a bottle, he's hooked it, he's bringing it in. One for Benny. And Captain Jack over here hasn't got his first one in yet, so we'll see. All right. Here comes all the hunters heading in and getting ready for the event.
Okay. That's the folks.
Ah, ja! Markus! Ja, ne? Ja! Das ist hier, guck mal, Popo-Club anwesend. Hinter mir.
Everybody's lining up for the hunt here, getting ready. Got this massive field where all the prize tokens are hidden. And there's about 400 hunters lined up. There's Cage. All right, we got a neat little stop this morning. We're going to see some history here, some World War II reenactors, and got some interesting equipment here. They've set up almost like a base camp. Got the sidecar here. Got the Jeeps. D-Day. 75-year anniversary coming up in a matter of days. Got the radio gear. Very cool. Batman and Robin.
BMW.
The old binoculars there.
All right, we're gearing up to do a little hunt with our buddies here. We parked the van, we're loading up our gear. And to get where we're going, we actually have to go in and take the Jeeps. So everybody's going to pile into the Jeeps and head back into the forest to an old site. Ah. We're off to our hunt site. Hey boys, you ready?
Ready to go.
Yeah. The troops are moving out. And we're off. Charging the lines. Yeah. All right, we're getting geared up to go hunt. Time to grab my stuff. Hey. We're digging out in the forest here at the World War II site, and I've already found a few little pieces of shrapnel here, very high conductive pieces, hard as a rock. It looks like a piece of chewing gum foil, but you couldn't bend this if you had to. Very cool.
Okay.
All right, there's large caliber bullet, maybe
Awesome. That's awesome.
half of a 50 caliber, I'm gonna guess, or something similar. Very deep down in there. Cool stuff. All right, just dug my first live round. Intact bullet, deep beneath these rocks, not too far from the bunker site. All the stuff that we find is going to be, tagged and preserved and left here for history. But they're giving us a chance to help find some things today, so very cool. Love taking part in some World War II history. Nice round. Another cool piece I just unearthed. I don't know if a belt went through this, if this was, part of where they would put this on their waist. I'll ask these guys in a little bit, but cool piece of history saved for sure. There's the trenches here that lead up to the bunker area. So we're allowed to search all around here and see what we can try to help recover for history. Very cool. All right, just dug what looks like an old ration can here, probably. Still got little handles on the sides of it. Don't know if there's any markings, but we'll hand it over to the historians, let them check it out. I just dug a deep target. It's a lid to something, but it's got, looks like German writing on there. Don't know if it is old enough to go back to World War II, but it's been down this hole for a long time. We'll find out.
But
I just dug this part. This is the bottom of the grenade. The ring part, yeah?
yeah.
Cool. So hold it in your hand. Let's see. Put it on your.
Yeah.
Very cool. Nice little grenade fragment piece there. Cool. On the ridge above where the bunkers are, and the little trenches that go from bunker to bunker. I just got up under these rocks and just popped another 50 cal. Big one. Fired. Looks like it's been hit and indented there. Huge screaming brass signal. Bunker over there, top of the hill. And another spent cartridge up here at the top. Cool. Flipped up this big rock, had a good signal underneath it. And there's a radio antenna under there. I have no idea what that went to, but bent and crushed and has been laying under this giant rock for many years.
I think it's 1939 or 1938.
Oh man, that is awesome. That's you?
Yeah, my friend.
Nice. Yeah, large caliber. All right, there's some of our rounds we found and some shrapnel. There's other pieces that haven't been put up here yet, but they said this would have gone to a lantern, one of the soldiers, a bunker lantern. They're very cool. Nice piece I recovered out there. And this little box they said would have been from the war era. Soldier would have carried that. And looks like we're going to light up some more powder here. Oh, there's powder. Still live ammunition. How about that, folks? All right, there's my digging partner, Martin. How you doing?
Hey.
World War II Jeep. You got the battle helmet ready to go. This is part of the underground in the fort, going through and exploring the old military fort that was built right after World War I.
Ready, we reload them out back here, send them back out with the internal electric train down to the combat blocks. So the wagons I talked to you about, so now they've got now lots of people need lots of space for their machinery, so these internal walls were reused. But just to show you then where we came, so we came down here, past the anti-glass door, down here past the kitchen, 67 is where we stopped.
We're in a museum that dates back World War I and World War II, and looking at the vintage of all these rifles and machine guns and mortars. This is an indication of the types of bullets and projectiles that we found this week on some of the World War II sites that we've been hunting. Got machine guns, belt fed over here, the brass for these. We found plenty of that this week. There's a Browning 1917, 7.62 caliber, 7.82 millimeter there. Go back down here in a second. There it goes, sinking back into the earth. And it's gone. We've moved up on top of the bunker system now, and the interesting thing is how many turrets are on top of this hill. There's one, if you look down this thing, probably a quarter of a mile, walking across the top of it, there's one of the old smaller turrets that would have come out, Block 25. And then as far as you can see down there, there's another turret up on the top of that hill, and down below us, this is all fortified structure underneath here. As I walk back around, be able to get a perspective of how far down that is. That's just one turret to another on top of these mountaintops. It's amazing how they built this into the side of the mountain back in the day like that. But there goes down into the system where the shells will be brought up. There's the turret there, so you can get an idea of what was here at one time. And back on the top of this hill is more of the turrets up here. Walk up to the top of the hill. Here's that main turret that we were able to raise and lower and train. And that's looking back toward Germany. The Maasai River's down below. And you can see about 10 miles or more in the distance. There's another one of the smaller turrets. They're just all around here. A few more on that little post over there. And we're going to walk toward another high point over this way. There's some down at the base of the hill down that way. 3 more turrets made to cover all positions around. And the distance you could see even now, of course back in the day this was probably all cleared off, but there's the map of what it covered